if this is your 50th time here, we always jam just a little time to get in the chat room, to log on. We're about to get started in a minute. It's your turn to act like a success. Be a success in order to become the best. You guys, if you're in the chat room, go ahead, give your girl a hello. So welcome. So we always start minutes with some music, just to give people time, get the energy right. Let me see what's up in the chat room. See if you guys are saying hello. And you smile because you're winning. Today's class is going to be fun. I'm going to answer one of the #1 questions that I get about the Marcel irons. What's up, Nicole? You cracking the chat room right now. What's up, mama? How you doing? Good. So I'm just jamming. I'm just getting the energy so I can give you guys every good bit. Every good bit. I want to teach good. I want to feel good. I want you to feel it. I want you to learn and retain. So today, we're going to go over the Marcel irons. Just one technique. I don't want to overload you. I have a tendency to overload with too much information. And I forget that we're going to be here for a minute. Let's see. It's 6:03. I'm going to give everybody 2 more minutes. What's up, Raimi? I see you in the chat room. I'm going to give everybody like 2 more minutes. And then I'm going to get started. Right now, I'm jamming. It's your turn to act like a success. Think like a success in order to become the best. Hey, act like a success. All you gotta do, see, it's all up to you. You guys are acting like a success along with myself. I missed the last class. It's okay, Ronnie. The last class, the internet was tripping. Melanie, what's going on? Melanie, you said ladies, but I think it's a couple men in the group too. Ronnie put the sad face. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So 6:04. Give everybody like 1 more minute. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I had to push that close. So today, so the last class we covered. We did a lot in the last class. And what I have been known to do is overgive. So I'm trying to refine this class more and more. Like right now I'm recording in HD. This is HD, but I'm recording in another HD and trying to just get all this stuff better and better and better and better. We got more lights, got more stuff. So every class I'm like watching and wondering what we can do to make this better so that you have a better learning experience. So the last class we did highlights. We did, what else did we do? We did a rinse on top of the highlights, and then we curled the hair. I believe I cut it. I did so much, I don't even know what's happening. So, the Cali weather. Let's see what's going on in the chat room. So the Cali weather here is nice and cool outside. Today is Taco Tuesday, so I'm sure everyone's out like getting margaritas and stuff. It's still hot during the daytime, cold in the morning, cold at night. But it's nice cold. Like, it's just scarf and jacket and like cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, the last class, class glitched a lot. It was so annoying for those of you who were on there. I was like, this is crazy. So I captured like some of it and I put it on in your members area. And that was just the curling. So we'll do that again. We are going to cover things over and over and over because you don't just see one thing one time and get it. And that's the point of me creating these monthly type things because we can cover the same technique. And if it takes you a million times to get it, you get that option. So we'll go over everything for the last class. So don't worry, Ronnie. We'll do more. Let's see. Melanie, I'm just kidding, girl. So, but I think there are some men, but they never really make a lot of noise. Did you cover color over a relaxer? Color over a relaxer, color over. I think you're saying, did I color the hair and she had a relaxer? If that's what you're saying, yes. I think that's what you're saying. Let me know in the chat room. So if you're new, there is a delay. So when you say a question or if I'm speaking and asking a question, A lot of times I'll ask a question, keep going, give the internet a couple, like 30 seconds to catch up, and then I'll go back and check because there is a delay. So what else should I go over? Let's see. Make sure that you're logging in. If you're not in the Facebook group, get in the Facebook group because that's our support system. We keep in touch. We support each other. We cheer each other on. We just try to keep each other motivated. So make sure you're in the Facebook group and you're active. Don't just be like a scroller and you're not like, you know, really interacting and posting your work or sharing other people's work and liking their work and that kind of thing, or asking questions, okay? So, yes, okay, see, I answered Ronnie's question correctly. Yes, she did have a relaxer. She was probably 4 or 5 weeks out. No, actually, she was like almost 6 weeks from getting a relaxer for her new growth. So we put the highlights in this area, and what else? And yeah, that was it. We put highlights, and then we can call it a color splash because it's a service that you can sell. Splash a color, and then you just put the highlights. You can leave them as is or put a rinse on top. We put a magenta tone rinse on top. So, oops, I thought I was going off. So, what else? So I'm going to get started. So today I just wanted to cover something that I know that I get a lot of inboxes on, and it's the Marcel's iron, the Marcel irons. And I know that Marcel's take a lot of practice, guys. I used to just have my mannequin head and just practice like crazy because that's the only way you can get good at Marcel's, and it takes practice. I don't even know another word besides you have to just wear it out. So today I wanted to go over actually just a technique with the Marcel's, and I'm probably going to show you on the flat iron as well, just for those who don't have Marcel irons. But I just want to show you how to get that loopy curl with the Marcel iron. And I think, and you guys let me know, give me feedback, but I want to give bite-sized information instead of doing like a crazy long class. So, and plus because of the time difference, some people were on really, really late. So just try to be aware and just, you know, make sure that everybody's kind of, you know, comfortable of some sort. Anyway, so I want to show you a technique with the Marcel, and it's going to be using the C iron. Now, Melody. so the C irons are from Kazuri. I have tried a couple of different Marcel companies or iron companies. Kazuri irons are the bomb. When I say the bomb, the bomb. Like, it's something about the steel. It's something about the way they silk out here. I love them. I love them. I love them. These are the Kazuri C irons. And thank you, Nicole. I said Melanie, that was Nicole. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm using the C1 most of the time when I do my hairstyles. So the hairstyles, let me actually show you one right now. I'll just show you a style so you can get the effect of it. And then I'm going to show it to you live on camera. That was real country. Live. It's your turn to jump, jump. I be jamming, y'all. Okay, so let me find one with the right lighting so that you guys can see. Wait, the phone was tripping. I wanted to capture one that I did today just so you can see. Okay, let's see. You kind of can see, or maybe not. Anywho, I wanted to show, you can't really see it. I thought that was gonna work, it's not gonna work. I wanted to show you the technique with the iron and really talk you through it, okay? So that you can feel more comfortable. And there are a million ways to get looks, okay? So this is not the only way. This is just one of the ways. And this is something that I use, like I said, I mean, I use the stove more than I do the flat iron because I can move so fast and the heat silks out the hair and it's so soft and it just gives an amazing like loopy curl. It's just cute. It's just cute. It gives you the baby boop look. It gives you a spiky look. You can do it like a really tight, you know, textured curl. So that's why I like the tool because it can do some of everything. What's up, Nakia? Okay, so this mannequin was previously molded. Speaking of molds, I want to address something I'm seeing in our Facebook group. This area, if you weren't in the previous classes, this area right here This is what we call the Valentine, okay? We call that the Valentine because this, if you go 3/4 of an eyebrow, place your comb 3/4 of an eyebrow. This area is an area that you wanna, like I always refer back to Holly Berry because she is like the staple of short hair. If you want your client to have a nice face framing, you want to make sure 3/4 of the eyebrow, you create the Valentine. I just said that so you can remember. It's kind of like an upside down heart. So if this was a heart, it would be, you know, one big little thing. I don't even know how to describe a heart shape, but if this was a heart, you get it, right? You get it. So we call this the Valentine. Make sure 3/4 of an eyebrow, you create a face frame, or we call this the Valentine, just to give you a remember because it kind of looks like a heart shape, okay? What this does is close up the gaps. I see a lot of styles, and it's one thing if you have an intentional part in the style, but if you're not trying to have a part there and you can't figure out how to cover it up, it's because you're molding it with this stuff separate. You want to kind of comb down together and then create your Valentine, okay? So anywho, she's already molded. And even if you don't go in and super wave the hair up, it's very nice. It's just nice to just kind of give the silhouette of a wave just because it makes the client look amazing. And it literally is the thing that the eyes are drawn to, and it reminds everybody of the Holly Berry hairstyle. Okay, if you're using Marcel's in the chat box, I want to know, let me know in the chat box. Like put Marcel, yes, I am. Let me know if you're using Marcel's. And if you're not using them, it's okay because I'm going to show you the technique with the curling iron as well. So I'm going to heat up my iron. So after your client is molded, you want to get something like I love this Shine Extend Mazzani. It's a heat protectant. And for the mannequin, it's going to be good to help kind of get silk out the hair, okay? And where is my wax stick? 1 second. So I'm going to take the TG wax stick. Oh my God, where would I be without this? Have no clue. So I like to just kind of brush against the hair. Now this is the mannequin, so you're not going to have the exact same effect, but I didn't want to burn out somebody's hair trying to teach the technique. Although I wouldn't have burned out their hair, but in case I have to go over it again and again in one spot or whatever, I wanted to have that leeway. So I'm heating up my Marcel. And so Kat is saying that she feels like the Marcel slows her down and she uses the electric most of the time. Yeah, it's preference. I think it truly is preference because it may slow you down if it's not your thing. I don't know. I picked up using the Marcels from Rachel. You guys, if you were in the previous class or saw the replays, she came and played with us a couple classes back, and that girl could curl hair in like 7 minutes, literally like the whole head. And it's with these. You can do the same thing with an iron, but I just fell in love with the Marcels also because of the way that they silk out hair, and the heat is really nice. You can get the same effect with the iron, but I love Marcels. Okay. So this, y'all remember Becky? So I'm going to first take a piece of hair with my rat tail comb, and I'm going to heat it up, okay? As I heat it up, I'm going to pull underneath. Now, if you notice, this is not, let me go back here. There's no like rocket science to it. It's not a lot of anything. It's all, watch my hand motion. I'm literally dragging this way. So I'm heating it up first, and I'm just dragging at an angle. Okay, and that angle is what's going to give me a pin curl look. Okay? So as I heat this up, put a little more stuff on here. You're going to see how it comes together. So we're going to take a straight piece. Trying to get it to where you guys can have like super 3D, not 3D, but you know what I mean. I should be saying stuff. There we go. Watch my wrist, my hand. And I hope you guys can see that kind of swoop look. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's kind of like this. It's like a swoopy look. And it's a very, very, very popular look. It reminds you of like a pin curl. If this doll's hair was longer, it would be very much the quote unquote Betty Boop style. People always argue about the name of that style, but you can call it what you want, but it's the same technique. Same technique. So I'm only going one direction right now to just kind of get the wrist. So just to show you the wrist motion. As we move throughout the mannequin's head, I'm going to show you different directions. But right now, I just want you to understand that the C iron will give you that pin curl look. And you can take smaller pieces and really make them really tight. And it's all about dragging the iron so that you make a little pin curl. And even just doing a whole silked out, if you had a client and she just said, oh, I want some soft curls, and you did the whole head like that, and you just rake them out, it is so, so, so pretty. So I'm gonna do a few more just the normal way, and then we'll go in as to the longer pieces and do full like pin curl shapes. Because a lot of people wanna know how to do the Betty Boop. You can do the Betty Boop style even if the person doesn't have waves in their hair. Because this iron, the shape of it, makes it possible. So I'm playing with this camera because I want to see if this is going to be able to view. There we go. So I'm taking that. I'm going to add some heat. I'm going to pinch the irons hard and drag, drag, drag to your right or drag to your left. And this makes a fun little curl. And the reason why I can go really fast, the reason why I love them is because I can go really fast and just really do like 5 curls in like 10 seconds. So what happens is your client is amazed because you curl their hair, in 15 minutes. So I really just wanted to go over that wrist motion, because that's where it is. It's a drag. If the hair is like a little frizzy, you can warm it up first, like run the iron over it one time. If not, if it's smooth, it only takes just that first curl. And if it has moisture, the thing about Marcel's is that it needs to have moisture, okay? If the hair doesn't have moisture, the iron is not going to silk the hair out. So it's gonna be frizzy. It's gonna just like not even do its thing. So you want to make sure that you use something like this. I love this because it's kind of like a cream press. It's very soft, but it does the job, okay? So if you just heat this up, the iron is hot enough, and we're going to pull, go here, and we're going to pull, drag to the right at a diagonal. And that's the whole thing. Even if we were using a flat iron, you want to just drag and pinch the irons tight, and they create this little pin curl shape, okay? How long will I leave it in the, that's why I say practice on doll heads, because Nicole has a question. She says, how long would you leave the Marcel in the oven to heat up? And it's one of those things where, because I practice so much with the Marcel, it becomes like second nature. I always have a towel, because sometimes I'm talking. Y'all know, if you've been in the class, y'all know I got ADD. So sometimes I'm talking and the iron has been in the stove too long. So I always have a towel. I have like a dark towel. So I don't really time. It's one of those things where you just leave it. Once they're hot and they're smoking and you test it on the towel and it's not leaving like burn marks on the towel, they're ready to use. And the thing is, once you heat them up to that status, you're pretty much good. If you're continuously curling, you don't need to leave them in the stove for as long that next time. So, and that's the thing, the iron holds the heat. So, but you want to make sure if they're not hot enough, you're not going to get the silk. And I just had to, all of a sudden, like, that's why I used the mannequin head, because when I first started practicing with the Marcels, because I was so afraid of burning out someone's hair. So I just had to get my timing and stuff down. And the timing is really like, it's one of those things that you need to feel. There's no like real rules, because everybody's stove temperature is different, blah, blah, blah. So it's one of those things where you get used to it the more you practice. And I literally would lean my mannequin head this way, and I would just try to go, because Rachel would go so fast, y'all. She would just boom, 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 boom. Heat it up, boom, 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 boom. Like, it was so fast. I was just like, this is unreal. So I had to get a mannequin, because I was definitely afraid of burning off someone's hair. I'm starting on base, and I'm dragging to the right, and I'm twisting the iron. And really, if you see the vision of a pin curl, and you see the shape in your head, it's kind of like your body, not your body, yeah, it is your body. I mean, it's kind of like your mind knows. Like, if you start seeing that pin curl look, the iron, your wrist kind of just gives you that motion. So when you're doing hair, really like be into the hair and into the shape, and follow the iron through, and let the heat silk out the hair. And that's what's going to give you a smooth finish. I see a lot of people, talking about filters and stuff on the internet. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I want my customer to look like she, I want her to look like she has a filter on because my hair should be that smooth. Your hair should not be frizzy and all wild and crazy. And that has to do with your heat. So, and heat is something that I had to learn, because I was so scared that I would burn someone's hair out. I just never, superheated up the irons. And the day I finally just said, F it, and gave my iron just a little bit more heat, my curls started just really coming alive. And so heat is very important. You have so many people scaring you with all this heat-free stuff. And it's just, when going back to our other classes about theory, understand hair, understand the hair texture. You'll know, because you studied, how much heat a texture can take. You'll be able to look at the hair and say, okay, her hair is fine, not that much heat, but you still need heat and moisture to get the curl to pop into shape, okay? So, same thing. I'm just taking a small piece, and make sure it's not too thick. And I'm just pulling my wrist to the right at an angle, following it all the way through to the ends, because a lot of times if your ends are frizzy, they don't have enough moisture. Moisture would come from the TG stick, or whatever you use to, silk out the hair. It could be the TG stick. It could be some type of like oil, agave oil. What's that oil? Argan oil, whatever. So you want to make sure you follow it through all the way to the end, okay? And that is not letting go before the ends of the hair go through the iron. And if you can see, now I'm doing these all in one direction just for the sake, because I want you to get the motion down. But you could totally rotate these. That's when it gets to looking fun. And if you have any questions, make sure you just use the chat box and I will get to your amazing question. No question is a dumb question. And the thing I like, sometimes I do them all in the same direction because I like the way it looks once I comb them out, okay? And sometimes I even take this and put saran wrap around it, sit under the dryer, and then go through and just kind of touch it with my hands and oil, and it's beautiful. So you can do a lot with this texture type curl, and it makes your work stand out. Customers love it because it's classic, okay? So I'm going to take the side, same thing. I'm just taking a piece and I'm just dragging. This one's a little longer, so all that means is I got to make sure I follow through with my iron, okay? Following through all the way to the ends to make sure that the shape gets set into the hair. So let me know if this is making sense to you. And if you have any questions, I'm going to add a little silk to this. And this may be simple for some of you guys. I got some vets, I got some newbies. So we have to cover everything all the time. Period. Point blank. And the. So I'm taking my time. I'm just going through. And I am curling this thing out. Okay? And don't worry about the rows right now because we'll comb that out. Right now, I just wanted to go over this one curl because it's a question I get a lot when you guys take the survey. There is a survey, if you didn't know, on this class, on this webinar, and that's where you can submit what you want to learn, when you like, what, all of that good stuff, so that you're not just hoping and waiting that I cover something. If you put it in the box, it will be covered. Okay? This is a technique that is so cute and feminine. Oh my gosh, it's so cute, so feminine. Customers freaking love it. It's always good if you have a new, I get new clients, I'll give them a cute cut and I'll just do this curl all over their head and then I mess it up and it's just adorable. And they always leave happy. So I'm picking up. I'm not picking up deep. I'm just picking slightly on top of the wave that's already there. And I am putting in the curl. It's kind of like a modern pinup look. And the thing is, like, when you have wave sides and stuff, you don't have to always curl all of the hair. So like this area right here, I don't have to pick so deep into the hair. I can just get the surface of it and let the wave be set in. And when the wave is set in, what happens is they actually get most of the clients, they love their waves being set in and just kind of curl on the surface of it, because from there they can sleep really good and it helps them, like, you know, feel like they have a little security blanket. So the way you do that is you just kind of pick up the surface and curl on top of it, instead of curling the whole thing. And then what happens is it keeps the base of the style is still the mold. It's still the wave. So it's just really pretty. And it's less work for you. All your work was in the mold. That's why molding is so important. So now I did this with the small C iron, but you can totally do this with the big C iron. I used the big one all day today as I was doing hair. I'm following it all the way through. And my stove is so far away. Anyway, so I'm following it all the way through, and I'm just going to go on the surface of this, and I'm going to continue with my curls. Following it all the way through. And what happens is they just pop into place when you do that. It's your turn to jump. I hope everybody is like really getting their hustle on this holiday season, because it is on fire in the salon. Everybody doing last minute hairstyles. So I'm going to take this one back. You guys see it coming to life? Lakeisha, I'm not sure if you've already covered my question from Facebook. I'm about to go mobile, so I wanted to ask now before I can't. Please explain the gift card sale. Oh, so yes. So in the Facebook group where we congregate and ask questions, our friend and colleague wanted to know more, and I just mentioned that I think it's smart for people to do and sell gift cards. If you're in the salon and you are doing hair and you're doing makeup and you're doing services, it is an awesome idea to tell your customers, okay, you guys are getting your Christmas list together. You can send out an email, tell them, if you're getting your Christmas list together, I have a bundle. You can get 4 shampoos, which normally go for this amount. I'm going to bundle them and include a protein treatment, a trim, and I don't know, a cut or something, you know, include a couple things and say, these are my gift cards that I'm offering. You literally can just sell the packages. If you don't feel like you can go buy gift cards from like Office Depot. If you don't feel like doing that, just sell packages. And that's a great cash flow for your business. So say you sell 10 gift cards for $225. That's great money for your business. That gives you somebody in your chair on the regular, and when they come in, upsell them on all the other stuff that you have. You have chemicals, you have colors, you have all kinds of other stuff, retail. So the thing is to get new business in the salon, and once they come to you for, typically they're not going anywhere because you're going to do a good job and you're going to give them the best service, and they're going to come back to you, right? So gift cards are a great thing to offer your customers. Gift cards are not just for Best Buy and, you know, wherever else. You can offer gift cards as well. You can do bundles of any of your services. So say you don't want to sell shampoo styles, just offer, you know, 20 something off or 25% off or 50% off, or you can be creative on one is getting cash flow into the business, getting someone into the chair. You're doing your work so that they could become a customer for next year. Because this goes back to what we talked about in previous classes about understanding your customer, the cost of one customer, their lifetime value. So if you know that one customer in a year's worth of time is worth thousands of dollars for you, it behooves you to do things, cards and incentives to come back into the salon on a regular basis, because we work for ourselves. Even if you work in someone else's salon and you get commission, your commission grows the more hair you do. So you want to offer things and packages so that you can get more cash flow inside of your business, okay? And you want to work with I love having the same people that trust me, that come to me all the time. They give good reviews, and it's just an easy life, and you literally create the life you want and love, and you're not dreading going to work because you know what you're looking at. So gift cards and packages and bundles are a great thing to do, to offer. And it's the holiday season, so people are looking for things to buy for their mom, their aunts, or whoever. So it's something that I would jump on like right now. Like Black Friday's coming up. You can do a Black Friday special. Cyber Monday's coming up. You could do something that's like just for today. Put a deadline on your gift cards. So if your gift cards, if you're offering for $225, say within the next week you have to purchase. That's giving you cash flow. You want cash flow, not so you can just go blow it, but you want to have a healthy business that has cash flowing through. You want to have customers that come in the door so you can upsell them on services, and you want to have them do repeat business, okay? Because that's how you have a healthy business. Your books need to be full for weeks out. If you were to sell your business, they want to know what's your equity like. Well, how do we know this business is going to work next year? You know, because you're booked next year, right? So those type of things get sense. And if you have any more questions, as you can see, this look going. Typically, I go in more than one direction, but right now, I'm going. It's working. It's good. There's no wrong or right way. It's just a way I'm showing you so that you can take this and what you want. Let me know if everything is coming through okay. Y'all too quiet in the chat room. So I typically leave the middle because I love the middle. So I leave that so I can come back to it. And right now, I'm gonna take this hair right here, and I'm going to just curl backwards. Notice how I'm following that hair. And it's really crazy and it feels psycho, but one thing I love working with Nicholas French, when he is doing hair, he follows the hair. He looks like a madman, but I really feel like that energy and everything goes into the smoothness of the hair. I see so many pictures on the Instagram and stuff, and I'm like, the hair is so frizzy. Like, and that, you can see the frizz through the filters. And that's not hot. Our customers should not have all frizzy, fluffy, loose hair, you know, because that means when they go to sleep, that hair has no equity. It's dead, it's gone, it's over. So the thing about this technique that I'm teaching you is don't stay in one, don't just do it this way, this way, this way. You can actually, see the hair is coming down forward, right? You can curl on that wave and curl in different directions. Moving your body with the iron, that gives you different curl patterns. And it gives you that wavy look that everyone is wanting. So I'm going to go here. Remember, I'm on the surface and I want to curl in the wave shape. So I'm literally taking this iron and going in a C shape, okay? You could totally do that. That's the thing about this type of technique. You can curl with the shape of the head. So I'm taking this iron around just like this. My assistant finally showed up after 2 classes being missing. She just walked in the door. God is good. Yay, she's back. Everyone say hey Monet, because she back. She been leaving me hanging. I've been struggling doing all this stuff by myself. It's a hot mess. Anyway, what I was saying was curling on the surface of the hair. Take the iron and don't just go down. Drag it you can drag it in a half circle. All the way around, all the way through. And it really gives you a super cute pin look. Okay? So, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go. You guys got it? Just do my hey-mo. So I hope that you are understanding this technique and it's something that you can use. Someone signed up and they were like, I want the Betty Boop look. This is how I be doing the Betty Boop look. And the thing is, you do this and then you mix in like some flips and some different like little flicks type curls in different directions. And you get everything. You get the waves, you get the spikes, you get the funky stuff. So it's just about getting that technique down. Yes, it's all in the same direction, but you can use your creativity once you get the wrist motion right. Because you don't want to just curl down, bump, and just do the same thing. You want to put your flavor, put your twist, and follow the hair all the way to the end. When you put that iron in the hair, curl it and watch it. Make sure you're silking out the ends. That keeps down the frizz. I cannot stress this enough. All these frizzy pictures and frizzy stuff. You want to have smooth, silky hair. So let's see where we are on the mannequin. Becky. Y'all remember Becky from one of the other classes. She been with us. She been down. So I'm just clenching tight. Make sure you clench the irons tight. When I teach this in person, a lot of stylists are just like lightly, softly touching the irons and they're not silking it out. And it's because you're not pinching it. Pinch it tight. And Nicole's saying, hey, Karen. Hey, Karen. Karen said, Karen in the house. You late, girl. It's okay. She said she late. Better late than never. And that's why we have the replays. So I'm just going through. Karen, I'm teaching just the Marcel and just how to get that pin curl look with the C1 iron, okay? And I'm going in one direction because I just want to teach the technique. And then we'll have a live model and I do the same thing, but on a live model, and we'll rotate between the iron. I'll use the flat iron. I just hit her in the head with Marcel. I'll use the flat iron in a second. So I'm taking the surface. Remember, sometimes when you wave the sides of the hair, you don't have to always go all deep up in here, right? Leave that because that's kind of like the bed. So leave the bed, just a little made, and just go with the iron, same thing. We're curling and we're flicking, we're bringing it back. It's the same motion, different tool, okay? So if you're using a flat iron, it's still, everything still applies. You guys see that? It creates a complete like pin curl. So I'm taking the surface and I'm just going tight, pinching, flicking my wrist, pulling it to the back in a circular motion. And when I'm doing this, I'm literally thinking pin curl. I'm literally seeing it form, and your body will follow. Your wrist will follow. So the hair, I mean, there's no limits and there's no rules. It's just like in makeup. There's no real rules. You just get the look. So if you can see it in your mind as you're doing the hair, I'm telling you, your hairstyles will come alive and your customers will love it. I love watching my customers go, it's just so pretty. This is a simple technique and they love it and it works every time. It's classic. It's never going to go out of style. So right now I'm using the flat iron and I'm just on the surface, okay? I'm not going deep into the bed of the wave because I don't need to. That's the fun part about waving the hair. Now you see, I went forward with that one and it's okay. It all works. So now because those pieces are shorter, I'm gonna go back to my Marcel. You don't have to curl your waves all the time. I like to curl the surface of them and leave the bottom so that you still see that formation. Does it have to be the C-iron and not the regular old school ones? No, you could totally do, where am I? Where are my old school ones? You can use, now here's the thing. The C iron has an effect it's a different look than the old school ones, but you can get this look with a regular curling iron, which I'm assuming you're talking about like just a rounded shape, like classic irons. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, Karen. And let me know in the chat if that's what you're referring to. But you can indeed get this look with a regular iron. It's all about the pinching the irons together. When I say pinch, like for real, pinch the irons, like pinch them. That's very important because it's like ironing. It's like ironing clothes. When you iron clothes, I don't know, do y'all be ironing? Some of y'all that grew up doing your regular chores and stuff. I had to iron my mama clothes, my daddy clothes, and my clothes. So, and my grandmother used to teach us how to iron. She used to work at the cleaner. So anyway, that's another story. But we had to iron, honey. So when you iron, you have to put your elbow in it. You cannot be like just like lightly. No, honey, you have to lean in on that thing. You got to iron. So that is what I was taught. Yes, grip them things. Yes, grip is great. Put pressure. The pressure is going to silk out the hair. That's going to seal the heat inside, okay? Same thing when you're ironing a shirt. If you go iron a shirt right now, you're lightly just kind of doing your thing. It's not going to be as slave if you didn't just like really put your elbow into it and get into it. Same thing with the Marcel irons. You want to pinch them together, okay? So that's going to help silk it out. But you can with the regular curling iron, you can just hold it tight, and then same thing with that iron. It's about how you drag it. I move my body because literally, like, that's how I look at it. I'm moving with the iron and dragging it so that I get the shape that I want. So, this needs a little. See, what happened is frizzy. Didn't do anything. So that tells me I need one or two things. I need some moisture or I need more heat. So I'm going to go back over this. And you see the angle. So with those regular curling irons, the thing is you just got to make sure that you have the right angles, because angles are everything. That's what creates different shapes. Don't be just one-dimensional curling in one direction. You can curl in multiple directions. Look at her, she cute. We ain't even done yet. I'm so ghetto. So I'm going to let her down some. And then I'm going to let this down some. Okay. And we're going to start at the crown of the head. We're going to pick up a piece here at the crown. On base, tight, dragging to the right or to your left, whichever direction you drag. That's going to give you and I want volume there so that when I style it out, it covers, any gaps, any holes. So in this area, I'm at the crown again. I'm going to take this one kind of sideways. And I'm going to curl and drag. I'm just basically doing the flower technique that we taught in previous classes. And I'm just covering and filling in the top of the head. I'm dragging to my right and letting the curl just pop into place. Okay? I'm dragging to my right letting the curl pop into place. And again, if you just joined, the key is the proper amount of heat and moisture. Moisture coming from your TG stick, whatever you use, you know, argan oil, whatever you use to curl with, you want to make sure that you have enough moisture. Okay? Curl, curl, curl. Boom. Heating that up. Curl, slide, 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 slide to the right. Now, as you can look at that, that's perfect. Perfect that I did that because it's like frizzy. It's like sticking all out sideways. Why? Because I didn't follow it through, because I'm trying to make sure you can see in the camera. But all you have to do is go back over it. Make sure you follow the ends all the way through. Boom. Perfect. So, yes, you can do this with the flat iron or flat iron or the Marcel. Make sure the heat is going through. Pinch tight. And the curls should be popping into place. See how that looks, guys? I get confused sometimes in the front and the comb out. And I'm gonna walk you through the comb out, okay? And this is really when you assess the client, you know, you figure out what looks good on her and you assess before so that you can map out before you curl. Look in the members area. I gave you a PDF of like kind of a map of how to curl. Now that's not the Jesus way. It's just a way to follow if you feel like you need, you know, some assistance. So when you're sitting down with your client before you start to style, make sure you pay attention to her head shape, her eyes, you know, pay attention to the length of her nose, pay attention to the cheekbones. Where is everything sitting and laying? Because that's how you customize a hairstyle. You can take the same technique and make it look different for different people. Some people need more volume because of their head shape. Some people don't need volume because they already got enough going on and you don't want to make them look crazy. So that's going to be in your customer assessment before you style. And as you style, you have her in mind. A lot of times, this is off, you know, and just in general, I see people, I've worked with stylists that do hair. And I'm going to tell you right now, they doing the hair, but their minds are so far from the person that they're styling. So that when they get done, they're always like, oh, my work could have been better. Check in. You was in Mars and you're doing someone's hair. So you want to give them that attention. You want to be into the hair. You want to look at the moisture. You want to pay attention to everything so that your client walks away truly feeling like the best was done. Like you did your best. They looked their best. That's going to create a loyal repeat customer. So make sure in your customer assessment, you're really paying attention to that person and not just putting the same style on everyone. You know, techniques are techniques, but you want to put your customization on it, okay? So you see we're still going. I am going to go back the opposite direction. I'm going to heat it up first. And I'm going on a diagonal. It's on base. I'm pinching the iron. And that curl pop right into place. Did you see that pop? Pop it. Pop it. So that is what you want to see in your hair curls, because that means this has the right amount of moisture. That just means that curl is going to stay. Okay? So I heat it up. I'm on a diagonal on base. I'm curling tight. I'm going to the right. I'm dragging it in a pin shape, pin curl shape. Okay? So you can have fun with it. The longer the hair, the more it starts doing different shapes and stuff like that. I'm gonna go back this direction, and I'm literally vertical, pretty much dragging it to the opposite direction. So I'm right here. I'm going to take small, and make sure your sections aren't too thick. If it's too thick, generally, can't speak, generally it's not going to just pop into shape if it's too thick, because it's just too thick. You want to let the heat silk through all the hair. So if it's too thick, that kind of gets in the way. You see, I'm kind of diagonal vertical, and I'm starting on base, and then I'm just pulling in the direction. You can leave the iron close on base if you want. As you pull, it typically bounces right back into place. So I'm still just taking small sections, and I'm moving slower because I'm showing this to you guys, but this moves pretty fast, okay? So I can get I got a little frizz action going on right there. So what I want to do is take my TG stick and touch the tips of the hair. Typically, the frizz happens on the tips. Perfect question. She said, can you do a class for face shapes and accurate styles? That is a great class. Yes, yes, and yes. See, guys, you can just ask for something and it will be done. Boom. On the menu. I'm dragging to the right. I'm diagonal and I'm vertical at the same time. I'm pinching tightly. I'm just letting the curl pop into place. I'm trying my new camera setup, but this camera is in the way. Oh, there's a camera. Okay, so we're almost done with this look, and then we're going to style it out. Heat it up. I'm pinching. You kind of hear it. See how that just boom bounced into place, honey. She slays. Almost done. Becky is getting her life today. So now with this technique, I'm doing this over the whole head because I'm trying to show you a technique, but I totally use this and I put spikes and some everything else in it. And you go different directions all over, and you flick it up and flick it down and sideways. And you use a lot of texture to go in with the curls as well. You can do this look. A lot of people, I have like Rachel, this is her favorite go-to look. When I come home, this look she wants. She do photo shoots in it. This is her favorite look. And this is a way to get the pinup look. Now on a regular customer, let me give you guys a little secret. What you can do is, if you did this on a regular person, yes, it kind of look old school on her right now because she's not giving us zhuzh. But if you do this on someone and wrap it in saran wrap right now and then sit them under the dryer for like 5 minutes and then take it off and take oil and just start moving your hands through it, it is beautiful, 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 beautiful. And it kind of sets the hair too. I've been playing with this. A firm just came out with this. It's called laminate spray. It smells so good. So I love stuff that smells good because that excites our customers. And so yeah, I love the way it smells. I'm gonna just put it on my hand, and I'm just going to use my hands because your hands have heat. So I'm going to use my hands and just kind of start touching the head. And one of my clients told me the other day she loves this part of her hair because she said it's like getting a head massage. And so then I'm going to take my TG stick and I'm going to start going through and customizing, picking the curls apart. Do not be scared to mess up your hairstyle. Trust me, it's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Go through and finger style this hair. You want, what you're looking for is First of all, your curls should be popping back into place, because if they're not, that's a whole nother issue. Person need protein or style, the curls, the heat wasn't right. It's like a million reasons why. But you want to just go through, and you're not weighing it down, but you're just going through and making sure the ends are all smooth. This is how you get a smooth, pretty finish. It's going to look fuller. You guys see how that's coming alive? It looked like a little Jerry curl. And this is a doggone mannequin. So can you imagine if Becky was real? Becky's life will be gotten on tonight, Taco Tuesday. So I'm just going through with the TG stick. Styling out is fun. This is my favorite part, because I put the curls in place and then I go back and I move them around in the way that I want them. And let me tell you, when I'm styling out somebody's hair, I always think photo shoot. If you think photo shoot when you do hair, your work will just be good, because you're going to be thinking, I mean, I just have camera in mind, and the camera shows so much stuff. So you just want to be right. And that kind of meticulous, you know, annoying thing that you do, like being that OCD, customers love it. I have customers that be like, he should stop primping on me. They want me to stop, because I still be like picking at their head, because it's just, I don't know, I just want my work to be good. And I think in the term of a photo shoot, if this person left here, and I've actually had customers that left and said, oh my God, girl, I got to work and we had to take pictures for something. Girl, your work was photographed, okay? So you just want to make sure that you're doing a wonderful job at all times. And when you're styling out, don't overthink it, because there's no wrong or right way. Some people say don't use combs. I don't know why people say that on styling out. I don't understand. I use combs all the time. I don't understand. You could totally go through and comb this out. Who cares? I think it's just preference on what you like to do. So let's see here. All you have to do is keep picking up pieces, and you're just kind of pinching the curls. And I'm looking for the hair on the tips to be smooth. That's really what I'm looking for. So, and the way that I can just make sure that they're smooth and that the hair is moisturized, this is going to help my style stay in place. Don't be afraid to break that up. I want it to look messy. Okay, so running my fingers through it and then making sure I'm following the shape of the curl. And because I had the right amount of heat, blah, 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 everything's popping back into place. So don't be afraid to pull your curls as you're putting whatever you use, because you don't have to be the TG stick, but whatever it is that you use, whether it's I love using the Paul Mitchell glue, maybe you just want to use the argan oil, maybe you just want to use like a super light silk spray. That's between you, your client, and Jesus. But I'm using the TG stick, and this is a look that you can get. You see people wave the whole head before they do this look. Is that wrong? No, of course. There's no wrong or right way. You can wave the head and get it, or you can do it with a curling iron. I believe the waves, a lot of times, depending on this hair, can give it a better hold. Some hair, they don't need to be waved. Some, like finer hair, to me, it holds better when you wave it first and then you do this style. So it's all preference. Sometimes a customer may want this after you've already molded their hair, that look. So this is why I'm showing you how to do it with the iron, because I feel like sometimes their hair too nappy, but they still want the look. You can't wave nappy hair. You can, but it's just not, it ain't fun. So then you don't want to tell them no. You need to know how to get the look in multiple ways. So this is giving you that effect. Look, yes, honey, she looked like the mommy wig. So all you want to do is go back over your curls. And this is how I style out. I just go back through, pull some loose. And sometimes you can use, I'm not using any sprays, and I typically for this look don't do any like aerosols or anything. But I'm just using, her natural look and just enhancing it with a little moisture, making sure she has pin curls that frame her face. And you don't have to, you can have these go all that way. You can push them to the side. You don't have to have them right on her face like that. You could totally shape this and make it what you want. Okay? So that's the fun part about it. You don't have to keep it flat. You could totally run your fingers through it. But I wanted to show you just how to get this look without doing all this waves. Because sometimes, you know how clients come in, know they need a relaxer, but they wanna, my assistant, know she need a relaxer, but want some waves. So this is one way to achieve that look, okay? This is one of my main ways to achieve this look. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. It's feminine. It's super cute. And you could totally play with it. Now, the fun thing about setting the hair just like this is that you could go through and if I hadn't, I put the TG stick, so that's gonna give it a different texture, but you could totally go through and like mess this up and shape the curls in different ways. The thing about a finger wave is it's classic and it's a set, so you can actually go through and break it up and shape it in like the body wave and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun, okay? A lot of fun. You guys make sure you screenshot this. Screenshot, so you can save it and get the look. Rotate that for you. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat room. Beautiful, super cute, beautiful. Yay, Becky girl, you popping girl. They like you, girl. They love. Look at her. She like she got a little Jerry curl. So don't be afraid, like I said, to mess this up. A lot of times I'll just take like the rat tail and just go through and just kind of like run. It doesn't matter. Like, it's okay. Like, you don't want to break it to where it's frizzy, but you totally can just break up the lines and create wispiness, and it's going to be okay. So I just wanted to show you how to get the look and then style it out. Because y'all know normally in class I give you like 80 techniques and then it's overload. So I thought, why did I give them one technique? Who'd have thought? So let me know if you have any questions about this look, guys. And some, oh, Miss Becky. So let me know if you have any questions about this look. I think that's a great suggestion to do a class on face shapes and face framing. Can we have a class on that face eye shape? I think you guys, Raimi, are you asking the same question as Ronnie? I think you are. And if so, yes. Are you meaning, I don't know if you're referring to 3/4 of an eyebrow, the thing I showed at the beginning, or are you referring to just face shape and hairstyles according to like what I was talking about? Let's make a note for that so I can make sure that that is documented. Raimi says yes, yes. Oh, so same thing as Ronnie. Okay, cool. That's dope. I'm gonna keep rotating her so you guys can get her. She is just cute. And you guys, pivot point mannequins are the bomb. So make sure if you want a nice mannequin to practice on, get the pivot point mannequins. They have a bunch of different ones. I have a long hair one I practice like for updos. You have like medium. I mean, it's just so many different ones. So if you guys don't have any questions, this concludes the class. Wasn't that short and sweet? Yes, God. You know, you used to go to church and church be so long. You'd be like, okay, this is good, Jesus, but I'm tired. Where did you get Becky from? I need to get. Oh, look, I answered. I think you just. So this pivot point mannequins, I love. You can go online, Google the pivot point mannequins. The hair is good with Marcel's. You can really practice. Don't get it twisted. The mannequins from Sally's, you know, they'll do too, but these are a better quality of hair. These are what you use at like hair classes, like expensive hair classes. These are the ones that they give out. This is Pivot Point. They got the best mannequins. But if you need to use Sally's, don't be stopped because you can't get the Pivot Point. Go to Sally's, and when I used to practice on mannequins, it was on Sally mannequins. It wasn't on, you know, Pivot Point. So yes, this is a nice one, but you can also achieve your practicing on a low cheap one off of Craigslist or something. So, you know, use your resources, take action. Whatever you do, take action. I'm having Sue's getting on Facebook. Oh, so Ronnie, email me your email address so that I can put you in the Facebook group. Questions from Kizzy, where did you get Becky from? Answer that. What size C-iron? I need to do that style. So this size C-iron was the C1. This is the C1 by Kazuri. So the thing is, they are kind of C-shaped. So it's fun because this iron can create a lot of different looks. Like I'm gonna show you another class where you can just drag this iron and it gives like a corkscrew kind of look. So you can totally mix, like, this is where it gets fun, because once you put all these looks together, you can totally mix the pin curl look with like a corkscrew curl mixed with some flips, and the whole style just funky. So you totally can do that. You're not like, there's no rules that you can't. That's the thing about hair, and that's why you want to learn as much as you can and always be practicing and always be present as you're curling and really be focused on the look, because and being creative, because that's when you start creating your thing, okay? So let's see here. Thanks, Lakeisha. I will study the replay. Awesome. Okay, guys, so that's the look for the day. I just want to talk to you guys really quickly. A lot of people, we have so much going on in our lives right now, and it's going to be the holidays and just stuff happens, right? But I just want you to know that you are not your circumstance. And I'm saying that because I listen to everybody, you know, lately, and we all have stuff going on that is stressful and that can distract us from our craft. But understand that when you are in stress and when things are coming at you left and right, that's when you really want to get into your craft. That's when you want to do it the most, because that's when you're going to shine. Because when something is facing you, that's when the warrior got to come out. So try not to let your circumstance become who you are. You may not have enough money. You may not have enough time, you think, because you really can make time. But you like, we make, it's so much happening. It could be a death. It could be just depression. It could be so many things. There's so much that people are facing every day. And we have to manage ourselves, because we're dealing with people on a daily basis. And it could become too much. So we have to manage the conversation, manage the music, manage the energy that flows in, so that it's not infecting them or infecting you. And the way to do that is watching yourself talk and not being distracted by what's going on in front of you, because you're not your current situation. If you don't have enough money, it's okay. It's just a short-term loss. Look at the long term. Look at everything you're doing right now to invest in your future. Right now, you're paying a monthly fee, and it's a loss immediately each month, right? You're losing that money today. But then guess what? This is an investment. This is going to last you for how long? Forever. It will never go away. So understand the difference between like a fake loss and, like, you know, really an investment. And just make sure that you are investing in yourself. All of these little things, not just something like education, but taking a long bath or taking a 5-minute bath with some bubbles. It don't matter. Like, if I only got 5 minutes, remember, I was gonna tell a stupid joke. You know, you gotta take a little whole bath. You know, if you only got 5 minutes, I don't care. I'm gonna put some bubbles in the tub and I'm gonna sit down for 5 minutes and I'm gonna enjoy that, because you have to soak up every moment. So don't be so caught up in your circumstance that it takes you away from who you are. And I'm saying that because I found myself doing that, to where my circumstance was so big and I'm like, oh, I can't see past it. And I stopped doing certain things that I normally do on a regular basis, when in reality, when I look back, I should have kept doing what was me, doing me. So I'm encouraging you to just keep doing you, no matter what you're going through. Keep doing the things that you love. Keep empowering yourself. Keep talking positive to yourself. Keep thinking and creating, and keep looking for more and growing and being hungry, because you're going to get to where you want to go. Destiny is a slow path, and we all have different ways to get there. And we're going to have random things that we do that we may not understand, that we experience, but it all will come to play. Once you finally hit your destiny, you're going to go, that's why I did that, because that thing that was distracting me for, you know, whatever little period of time, was a pinch of that is what I needed for this moment. So just take it, count it all joy. Everything that you go through is for a reason, okay? I want to just give you guys that, because that was on my heart. And just remember, we transfer energy. We have people in our chair, and we should spread the love and shine positivity on our customers. And the only way to truly do that is to truly be checking yourself 24/7 and just be in your craft, be excited about it. So I just want to thank you guys for coming on to this class tonight. I hope that this helped you. Go into the chat group and let me know. Post pictures when you do this look. And let's see, do I need the other? Yes. So a question in the group: do I need the C1 or the other size? I have the C1 and the C2. I love both of them. Oh my God, I did this lady's hair Saturday night, and it was so pretty. And I only used this one, the bigger one. So it gives you the same effect, but just bigger curls. So, and that's going to give you more of a curl like what the flat iron would give. But they're just amazing irons. But you can do this look with the flat iron, so don't get it twisted. The kid says, think I needed that. Girl, I needed it too, so that's why I'm spreading it. Anytime I learn something or recognize something or remember something, I love to share it, because we need reminders to just, you know, not be engulfed in our circumstance, and to just remember, you know, whose child we are. Just remember our heart, remember what we love, and stick to that, because that will lead you where you are supposed to be. And everything happens for a reason. So the thing is, you got to get out your feelings, accept what is. Don't look at immediate losses, because they're not. It's not. Focus on the future and the long term, the things that you're doing that are going to invest in your future. When you focus there, this immediate stuff, you flying. You flying, you ain't even worried about it. So anyway, thank you guys for tonight. I will see you in the next class, and I think we're good. Bye.